Alright, so here we are in the courtyard / garden area. First step is to push this step ladder across and forward, and that will allow us to pick up the crank. Okay, the classic fucking cranks. Resident Evil loves their cranks, okay? And if you want, you can check it, alright, turn it and examine it, and you know, as you can see, it's a square shaped crank. Just to help you identify it, because later on we will find another crank, okay? And there'll probably be a point where we've got both of them in our inventory at the same time. So just to help you easily identify between the two, you know, which one you need to use. There's going to be 2 dogs in this area, okay, straight away, so be prepared for that. There we go. Just be careful, wait for them to run a bit close to you, then take care of them. Got both of them in one shot there. It's good when that happens, okay? And just over here there's a few more herbs to pick up. A couple of reds, a few greens, and there's actually some blue herbs in this area. I don't bother picking them up at this point, okay? Because later on there will be some once we enter the dormitory area, okay? So for now I will skip those blue herbs. And if you run over here, you can grab the map of the garden area. I usually always forget about picking up that fucking map, okay, all the time. So if you want, you know, you can go ahead and pick up that map, but really not that necessary in my case. You know, there's no point to me picking up maps. Like I said, I know where everything is, so it's pointless. And as you can see, the pool there is full of water, so we need to drain that using the crank so we can make our way across. And there we go, we've just drained the water out. And I'll do a bit of combining of these herbs just so I've got a couple more spaces of inventory. Make your way across. Now once you make your way up this second ladder here, there's going to be some eels that drop down from the sky. Don't stop to fight them, okay? Just run past them. As you can see, they're dropping down now. They are relatively harmless. You know, of all my playthroughs, I've not once stopped to fire at them, okay? I have read online that if they do manage to attack you, they can inflict poison damage, okay? But, you know, like I said, you just run past them, they will never fucking touch you, okay? A couple more dogs in this area, 2. Okay, so just be prepared for that. Take care of them using the shotgun. One's dead. You can tell when they die when they make that squealing sound. Still alive, one more. There you go. Squealing sound indicating that it's dead. And we'll go through here. Once again, another 2 fucking dogs, okay? For these dogs, I just run past them. There are some herbs there that you can pick up, but the reason I don't... Fuck, I got hit there. The reason I don't stop to take care of these dogs are because when you first enter the area and turn around, you know, the camera angle is on a top view on you, and it makes it really fucking awkward to see where the dog is, know where the dog is. You've got to sort of progress a bit forward so that the camera angle changes. And you know, by the time you've done that, the dog's already jumped at you, bitten you, whatever, and then he's behind you, and you know, you're aiming forward while the dog's behind you, and then you've got to turn around and fucking try and aim at the dog. It's a mess, it's a nightmare. So I always just run past them, okay? And actually, when you come back through that way, I mean, we need to make our way back to the mansion a bit later on. Anyway, after we've been through this dormitory area, okay, those dogs will disappear, okay, so they'll be gone. So, you know, you don't even need to worry about those dogs at all. And we've just got a stash here. Checking what I need to take. There's a first aid spray, so we'll grab that. And some grenade launcher rounds just on next to it down below. Take those. So this area is really easy, okay? This is probably the easiest section of the game. This is just fucking cakewalk, okay? There's hardly any enemies. You know, there's just a few zombies lurking around in these rooms. There's a couple of spiders. You know, we haven't encountered any of them yet, but they are scary looking, these spiders, okay? They're massive. And we'll actually go take care of them now. Okay? They go down like a bag of shit with the bazooka. One shot using acid rounds. Bang, they're fucking done. Okay, so they're really easy. So here we go. We'll just take care of them now. Look at that fucking thing. There you go, there's one shot. Oh, I think that one's still alive. Fucking asshole. Shit. Kill it! There we go. Shit. So they're really scary looking, those spiders, and as you can see, that when they die like that, they just turn upside down and wriggle around. There's actually no items in this room worth collecting, you know, besides a bit of Beretta ammo. But you want to go over here and examine this, okay? 345. Take note of that. That's actually a code to unlock a door. Okay? Which is actually pointless here because, you know, this section of the game, what we need to do is we're supposedly supposed to create a chemical that destroys this plant sub-boss, okay? But you don't actually need to even create it to kill it, okay? You can actually just go in there and kill it through brute force. You know, shoot it with the bazooka. Flame rounds work really well on it, okay? So, you know, it's not really necessary to create that chemical. You know, if you want to create that chemical, you use that code 345 to enter the chemical room, okay? So actually, if you plan on not even creating the chemical, you don't even need to worry about getting that code, let alone entering that room with the spiders, okay? So it's actually totally pointless even entering that room and fighting those spiders. You know, the spiders are relatively harmless, you know, as long as you just shoot them with the bazooka. The only threat they pose is they do have a tendency to inflict poison damage on you if they actually do manage to get an attack at you, especially if they spit that fucking acid or venom, whatever, at you, okay? So just be careful of that. There are some blue herbs in this dormitory area which you can take and use if you have been inflicted by poison damage, okay? But for the most part, those spiders are relatively harmless, okay? They don't really do anything. When you're playing as Chris, or even with Jill, sorry, actually, if you don't kill them with the grenade launcher, okay, specifically acid rounds, I'm not too sure how the spiders go with flame rounds or regular grenade launcher rounds, but let's say you kill the spider with a shotgun, okay, as Chris, and even Jill. Oh, here you go. Here's where you enter that code 345 if you want to enter the chemical room. But yeah, let's say if you just use a shotgun, okay, to kill one of the spiders. When you kill it, it doesn't actually turn upside down like that and wriggle around. They explode, okay, the spiders, and it sends off all these little fucking spiderling creatures that come running out of it, okay? Really fucking annoying because there's just so many of them, you know, there's like fucking 20 of them running around on the ground. I mean, they're small, they're relatively harmless, but when they all charge into you at once, okay, they do damage you, okay? I've never really been poison damaged by them, but they do slowly chip away at your health, you know, because there's so many of those fuckers just running into you, okay? And to kill them, you don't actually need to shoot them, you just run over them, okay? But they do hit you, and it's just fucking annoying, especially if you're trying to do something like pick up an item on the ground. You know, if there's some shotgun shells you want to pick up, for example, and you've got all these little spiderlings running towards you, you know, as you're going into the animation of picking up the ammo, they can fucking counter that, you know, and stop you from picking it up because they're hitting you. So they're more of a nuisance than anything, okay? They're relatively harmless, you know, but they just fucking give you the shits, okay? So with Jill, you know, when you're taking care of the spiders, acid rounds work really well on them. One shot fucks them up. Although that second spider actually took a couple of shots, which was surprising. Maybe I didn't shoot it correctly, or I was on the wrong angle, I don't know. But anyway, we'll go down here now. Okay, just move those cupboards out the way. And I fucking love the music in this area. It's awesome. Okay. And as you can see, we've got these wooden boxes here. All we need to do is push them across this water, into the water there, okay? to make a little pathway so that we can cross it. You know, fucking God forbid that she jump into the water and swim a whole 2 meters across. Fucking hell. Well, I guess the shotgun would be destroyed in that case if it went under the water, but you know, you can fucking hold it above your head, Jill. Come off it. You don't need to push these fucking boxes there. But that's what we need to do, okay? So we'll push this third one all the way down. And actually what we're going to do now is we're going to drain the water, okay, from this level because it's flooded and, you know, this is where the root of that plant is. You know, that plant sub-boss I spoke about briefly just before, okay? So if you want to kill it using the chemical, okay, you need to drain the water from this area and go ahead and use the chemical on its roots, okay? But, you know, I actually don't like using the chemical to kill that plant, to be honest, because, you know, when you go back up to the plant and you have to actually fight it anyway. I mean, it takes a bit less damage, but you still have to fucking shoot it. It's just ass, okay? So as Jill, fuck using the chemical. It's fucking gay, okay? Just go ahead and use brute force on it. And Barry actually comes and saves you and actually kills the plant himself anyway as Jill, so it's really easy. And as you can see, the fucking water is flooded here. We need to drain this water. And we're gonna get a fucking cutscene here, scary. And that is a fucking big ass shark there, okay? You do not want to stand around and let that and fight that thing, okay? I don't even think it's possible to kill that shark. I remember the first time I played as Chris, okay? When I first entered that room there with the water, the shark's pretty much there, like in front of you. Whereas with Jill, it's not. You have to get that cutscene first and then the shark appears. But when you play as Chris, you know, straight away that fucking shark is there. And damn, that scared the shit out of me the first time I went through here, okay? I tried to kill it with the shotgun. You know, it tends to damage it. It leads you to believe that it's damaging, you know, when you shoot it. The shark sort of wriggles around in the water, indicating that it's being hit. But, you know, I've spent so much time trying to fucking kill it, but I believe that it cannot be killed, okay? It's just bullshit. Maybe you can with an abhorrent amount of shots, but, you know, I think I pumped about 6, 7, 8 shots in it with the shotgun, maybe even more, and that fucker was not dying, okay? So, the quickest thing to do is just run into that room, which I did before, drain the water, okay? And obviously it's a fucking fish, so can't breathe. And now when you go in here, the water is no longer in the room, but you can hear the shark. There it is there, just fucking wriggling around, okay? And it's got 2 little baby sharks with it as well, okay? So that room always has that big ass shark and 2 little baby sharks to go with it, okay? So as Jill and Chris, you know, you want to just run straight to that comm room, wherever it was, where I drained the water, and just fucking get in there as quick as possible, okay? Otherwise, if it hits you, it's really fucking scary looking, you know? It grabs at you and fucking, you gotta shake it off your leg. It's just, I don't want to deal with it, okay? It's just bullshit. So we've done that, okay? We've got that red book there, which we'll need to use soon. And if you want, you know, you can push this statue out the way and grab the herbs here, which is what I'm going to do. Might as well just grab all 3 of them. So pick up 2 first, combine them, so that I've got a free slot to pick up the 3rd herb. There we go. Pick up the final herb. And we'll combine that. Like I said, I always like combining 3 green herbs to create a full healing item, okay? It's pointless just making 2. You know, the amount of herbs you get in this game is just fucking insane. There's an abundance of herbs, okay? So, you know, you can definitely go ahead and just combine all 3 green herbs into one. Red herbs, like I said, are a bit rarer, so you're not going to find too many of them, okay? And when you do anyway, you're going to find so many green herbs to combine it with, so don't worry about, you know, saving a green herb, so to speak, specifically for that red herb, because you are going to find plenty later on, okay? And there's some conveniently placed flame rounds, okay? Very handy. They work well against the plant sub-boss, which we're actually about to take care of pretty soon, okay? In this area here. Just a little bit more legwork involved. Desk. And I think this actually contains an ink ribbon, yeah. So fuck that, you know, I'm not saving this game at all. From start to finish, no saving, okay? And here is where we actually need to use the red book, but there it's talking about V-Jolt, okay? That's actually the chemical you create and, you know, that you use to kill the sub-boss plant, okay? So if you want to go ahead and create that chemical, you got to read these files, okay, on how to actually create it. But when I play as Chris, you know, I'll probably just do it with him, okay? That way I don't have to take care of it with so many shots, alright? But here, just go ahead and shoot it. As you can see, it shrivels up, leading you to think that it's actually dead when it's not, okay? So Jill starts walking closer towards it, backs off a little bit, and it grabs you, and here we go. Barry comes to the rescue once again.
What the hell is this?
Barry!
Jill!
You saved me!
Yeah.
That was close. Thanks, Barry.
Don't mention it. What a monster. I can't believe... What the hell is this place anyway?
Oh, the voice acting is so bad in this game. I fucking love it. Barry, what the hell is this place anyway?
Okay. I'm gonna stay in the soldiers' area and take a look around. Though I'm sure there are still things in that other mansion as well. Anyway, let's start searching separately.
Okay.
So there we go. Barry has saved us from that plant sub-boss. Okay. You know, really easy sub-boss. 5 shots, roughly, with the flame rounds of the bazooka. And it shrivels up, and then you get that cutscene, you know, where it grabs you, and then Barry comes to your rescue. And here's Wesker.
Wesker.
Jill, so you're safe.
That's what I was going to say. Where on earth have you been? You disappeared from the hall all of a sudden.
I'm sorry, but I have my reasons. Perhaps you guys have met them? It was all I could do to protect myself against those strange creatures.
Is that right? Anyway, it's good to see you're safe.
Jill, our first priority is to get out of here.
Yes, you're right.
Now, there are a lot of rooms in that mansion that we can't get into because they're locked up. I have been looking around for clues.
Okay, I'll go to the other house and see if I can find any clues.
Will you do that? I'm counting on you.
So there's Wesker. Fucking dodgy bastard. Sly fox you. Now we're pretty much done in this dormitory area. Okay, we are finished here. There is nothing left to do. We picked up that final key after we killed the sub-boss plant. And that key is actually the helmet key. Which, if you remember, in the mansion area there were still some doors. I mean, I probably didn't even bother opening them because I already knew what doors they were, and I already knew that I needed this key to open them. But, you know, there's still a few more doors in the mansion area that we need to open, and this key allows us to do so, okay? The helmet key. So that's the next step, making our way back to the mansion. And this is the hardest part of the game, okay, because once we go back in there, like I mentioned before, hunters populate that mansion, okay, so zombies are no longer in there, they're all gone, they're dead or whatever, and it's these new hunter creatures. They are very, very fast, okay, you can put away your shotgun, you won't be needing that at all. Alright, there are a couple more zombies, but you know, you can just go ahead and use the grenade launcher on them, okay, there aren't too many of them. But it's the hunters that are the priority, okay, they are very powerful, they are very fast, they jump extremely high in the air, okay, making them difficult to hit. And, you know, not only do they jump straight up in the air, but they jump up and towards you, okay, and swipe you. Fucking extremely annoying, okay, and powerful. And as Jill, you know, she's a lot weaker than Chris, so she can't take as much punishment from them as, you know, he can, as Chris can. So you have to be really careful, always hold on to at least a fucking healing item, you know, first aid spray or combined herbs, whatever you've got. Alright, because this is no time for bullshit. This is the fucking hardest part of the game. You know, even when we get to the laboratory area later on, even the tyrant boss is a fucking piece of cake, you know, it's so easy, you just use the magnum on him. But these guys, the hunters, are the worst, okay, I fucking hate them. They were in Resident Evil Code Veronica as well. Alright, they made a reappearance in that game. And I don't think they were too bad in Code Veronica, okay, but here, due to the nature of the camera angle being fucked up a lot of the time, you know, you can't really see where they are, so you've just got to blindly shoot the bazooka and hope it hits them, okay? It's frustrating, but, you know, we'll do our best here. I believe I do get hit a few times, but we'll get a cutscene here. Shoot that son of a bitch straight away. There we go, okay. No time for bullshit with these guys. Equip the bazooka. One shot with any rounds really, you know, grenade, flame, even acid, I believe they go down in one shot. Alright. And we just entered this room here. We picked up some magnum ammo straight off the bat, which is good. So this room was previously locked, okay. We used the helmet key to go in here. There's also a book. Make sure you check this book, okay? Examine it in the middle and it will reveal an emblem, okay? Very important. If you do not check the book and examine it, you will not be able to complete the game, okay? Because you need that medal from it. There's also another book similar to that one, except it's in blue color. And we also need to examine that one, okay, and get the wolf medal out of that, okay? We need them for a puzzle later on. There's a hunter here. This son of a... yeah, see? This son of a bitch always gets me, okay? He's very difficult to take care of because the camera angle is... you know, prior to walking there and seeing him, you can't see anything because the camera angle is fucked, okay? But anyway, we'll go back into the save room here. And as you can see, there's a few more items on the ground. First aid spray, acid rounds, shotgun shells, and so on. Which is good, you know. There's a note sort of on the wall into this, you know, leading into this room there. I haven't examined it yet. I might do it in a minute. But it says, you know, I've left some extra ammo for you. Regards, Barry. So that's kind of cool. Barry comes to your aid again, you know, gives you some more ammo. First aid spray, which is always good. So just get myself set up here, okay, because right now we actually have to take care of that snake sub-boss again, okay. There's another fight involving that snake, so I'm making sure that I have my acid rounds there ready to go for that fight. And don't stock up on too much items, you know, maybe just take one healing item just in case he fucks you up a little bit, but try and keep some inventory spaces open because after you kill that snake, we need to go down, use a ladder and climb down a hole and there's going to be a lot of items that we need to pick up, okay? So if you don't want to make a couple of trips back to here, back to the... Oh, there you go, there's that note that Barry left behind. Yeah, you know, if you don't want to make multiple trips back to the stash, alright, just take what you need. Just take, you know, say, fully loaded grenade launcher with whatever you've got, explosive flame rounds, which sort of suck against the snake, but there's another hunter there. Unfortunately, you can't sort of remove the rounds that are already in there. So there we go. Oh, that was a flame round I had there. We'll go in here now. You know, take about 12 rounds should be plenty. You know, 6 with the acid rounds is great. That should kill him outright, but in case of bullshit, just take another 6 or so, and that should definitely fuck him up, okay? And here we go, he's about to come out now. Big ass motherfucker, look at that thing. And, you know, you're always going to get hit here. There's nowhere to really maneuver. You're just in an open space. So just take him on with brute force. Fuck, I missed one of the shots there. And that's it, I believe. Let's have a look. I think he's dead, yeah. Okay, so acid rounds work really well against that snake, okay? Make sure you save them for the snake sub-boss fights. And here's Barry.
Jill, have you found anything interesting?
Yes, but I can't see very well.
How about going down to check by yourself? I have a rope here.
Oh, do you? Well, then I'll try to go down using the rope.
Wait.
Hey, what's going on?
Now I've done it. Sorry, Jill. Wait. I'll go and get another rope.
Barry? Barry!
Alright, so there you go. Barry clumsily drops the rope, okay? And he runs off to get another rope. Now, this is really important here, okay? Wait, okay? Do not run and progress. Wait for him, okay? If you run and progress, this is a choice to make, okay? If you run ahead and do not wait for him, later on he will die. So here we go.
Hey! Are you there, Jill? Grab the rope! I'm sorry, Jill.
I didn't know that was going to happen.
Sorry. I was really careless.
Are you okay, Barry? Maybe you're getting tired.
No, I'm all right. Don't worry. Jill, I found something.
Thank you. I'll take this then.
And he gives you a pass number there as well, which is used to open that door in the mansion which was previously locked to us by that key code. Alright, so we have access to that now. But yeah, this is a really important choice to make, okay? Make sure you wait for Barry, okay? If you go down here without waiting for him, later on in the game he will die and you will not save him, okay? I learned that the hard way.